Henry! It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and that'll bring up second down. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Panthers now under head coach Ron Rivera. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback, leading rusher amongst QBs in 2018, Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Jackson from the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 15 carries, 72 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm here all day. I'm here.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Jackson. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jarrett Davis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
You better be afraid of me.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this one's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Prescott from the gun. Looking long for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Let's go.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
These two teams all tied after one. On second down, here's Henry. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on third and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
It's just me and you.
Draw play. This is Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. On second down now, it's Henry.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A first down carry for Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 9. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He completes it to Westbrook. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Prescott now. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. The open man is Westbrook. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Mike.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Now Jackson, and able to find Graham, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
That's what I'm talking about.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson, and he's going to go down again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They start the second half here with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught by Funchess. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. On first down, Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll run it again with Henry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring him 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson, going to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Gordon on first down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run it here with Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Williams.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down, it's Gordon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing. Prescott. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you can...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Funches has it complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funches, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 7, 2:11 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Check 53. Go, go, go.
1st down, Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. He's back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers coming away victorious there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. To try again after the sack, Jackson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I don't know what more you can say about Adam Vinatieri in that career. Maybe the best to ever do this.
Let's be honest. Does anything faze him? Snow, playoff games, Super Bowls. Just watching this made me nervous, but he never broke a sweat.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.